Good morning. Good morning, everyone. We are live. Me and Carlita are here today. I'm
Good
hoping
morning.
everybody log on and everything. We're going to make sure, I'm going to check and make sure everything's on the page right. So go ahead, Carlita. You can introduce yourself while I check that out.
Okay, very good. Good morning. My name is Carlita Singletary. I am a nationally certified peer recovery support specialist, and I am the New Jersey Association of Professional Addiction Professionals Association peer liaison. I messed that name up. That's all right. We're going live, so y'all know it's still early.
Ah,
Really, but for NJAPA, that is our acronym, NJAPA, New Jersey Addiction Professional Association. I am the good morning Facebook user. We are live and streaming together on this morning. So if you are joining us, please let us know your name. Let us know where you're logging in from. That would be great. So I'm looking forward to a nice conversation and some engagement from you guys. If there's anything that's said or done that kind of hits your heart, that resonates with you, give us a thumbs up, use the emojis, whatever you need to do. Type in the comments. If there's any questions or input that you would like to join in on the dialogue, please do so. We are excited. Today is our launch of our Facebook Live Peer Recovery Connection. Thank you. For
so let's see.
doctors. Yep.
All right, so I see we have Linda Clark tuning in, Ruby Clark tuning in,
Good morning.
Dale Nelson tuning in. Everybody, we thank y'all for tuning in. We really appreciate everybody that's here. It's just going to be an awesome time today, and we're going to be doing a lot of different things in this page. And if you have anything that you would like to share, always drop it in the comment section.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Linda Clark from North, Ruby Clark from what's that?
Clark
Bogota,
sisters.
Bogota, New Jersey.
Pagoda.
Bogota.
Hey, Ruby. Hey, Linda.
Nice. So it's gonna be awesome. All right. So again, my name is Michael Mickey Williams Jr. I'm one of the regional directors for NADAC, which is and JAPA is an affiliate of NADAC. So we are here to encourage our peer recovery workers and also for us to be strengthened in what we're doing. And
Yes,
because it's not all about us, it's just about us staying connected. Hence
absolutely.
connection, peer recovery
That's
connection.
right. That's right.
So that's why we're doing what we're doing. Amen.
Mike, let
Uh,
me ask a question.
huh?
I see in online that we have quite a couple of people, but I only see their names and no pictures. How do they log in so that when they're commenting, we can actually see their faces? Good morning, Gwendolyn.
Okay. All
Right.
right. It's a link. They
From YouTube.
everybody. Good morning, mom. It's a link that everybody has to take. And you got to give them permission to share your. If you notice, in some comments, you see where you see Gwendolyn Hunter and you see her logo
Yeah.
because she gave StreamYard permission to use their
We
names
want you
and
guys, we want to make sure that you
so
guys are able to
yeah.
see yourselves, see your comments, see your faces.
So
How do
I'll
they do
share the link in the comment
that?
section,
Okay,
and
good.
that way y'all can all do that as well. Carlita, open it up on your phone and turn the volume down. If you open
Me?
up, yeah, open up the peer recovery page where we're live on your phone, turn the volume down, and that way you'll be able to see their names right there. You'll be able to see, you see it? If you go to the peer recovery page and go to the our live and hit the comment and open it up, you'll be able to see everybody too. All right, let me get that
There we go.
you
Okay.
see it? You
Yes,
see
I
it?
can see.
Yeah, so every time there you go. I just saw you pop up on my end.
Listen, we're
So
gonna get it good. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Yeah.
yeah, so you want to go into some of the PowerPoint? I could bring it up.
Yeah, you can bring that up. Thank you. We are ready and welcome again to our peer recovery Support Fellowship meeting. We are your facilitators. My name is Carlita Singletary. And for those that are joining us just now, Michael Williams is my co-host. And we're excited about our conversation on today. And we're looking forward to just moving through and getting ready to actually get to know you guys. So go ahead, Mike, you can change it. There's a few people on today. So this morning, we just want to do a quick icebreaker, get to know you and why are you here. Just type it in the comment section. Why are you here? In 50 seconds or less. This would be something we would do if we were in person, but I want to challenge you to participate in it while we are online today going live. So why are you here? Tell us why you're here. Ruby or Linda, tell us, or the other person that's on, the other two people. Linda, Ruby, who else do we have? That's who I can see right now.
Elder Gwen Hunter.
Elder Gwendolyn Hunter. Yeah. Tell us why you're here this morning. Anybody? Okay, we'll go past that. Let's move right along. Just a little introduction. Mike, you want to talk a little bit about NADAC, and he's going to do that in the beginning. Any topics of discussion? We're going to keep it really, really simple this morning because this is our first time logging on live, and we'll look at what will be our takeaway. And we're hoping that we'll get some other people that would like to join in and possibly become a volunteer moderator for the show, and that would be great. And then we'll end and tell you about how we're going to come and visit throughout the week and stuff like that, and just post different things. Thank you. Knowledge is power.
All right. Hey, let me pick up. We got a couple of responses here. Elder Gwen, let's put it on the screen. To the question, why are we here? Yeah. I am here to learn about your program. Thank you. That is my friend, one of my best friends in the world. My best friends in the world's mother, Elder Gwen. That's my mom too. And she always supported me when I wasn't doing nothing. But whatever. The next one we have here, person. Why are we here? We have knowledge is power. That comes from Miss Ruby. Knowledge is power. What else we got here? Staying connected and informed. Very good. And all right, this is good stuff. Okay, Elder Gwen said, please give us time to respond. I know that's right. I can't even type and look at the screen. I know that's right. Hey, that's so good because I can't even type. They say, man, how you write all the books? You can't look at the screen and type. I said, I can't. All right, who this? We got Linda Clark. Linda Clark says, go ahead, Carlita, you can read it.
She says, I'm a nurse in recovery and work in a methadone clinic and love that there are peer recovery persons helping addicts. That's great. Thank you, Linda. Right. That's one of my friends.
Yes.
Thank you, Linda, for coming on, and also Ruby Clark as well. Good to see you guys.
Yes, it's always awesome.
Don't forget to give permission on the link. That way on the screen we can also see some other people, because right now even online I see only Linda and Ruby.
Yeah, so when you got to give StreamYard the permission to be able to use your pictures and stuff like that, which is pretty good because they won't just take you for granted that just because you're on live that they want to show your stuff. So all right, let's see what we got here. You want me to move the slide?
No, I want to talk a little bit. Yes, I want to come back to that, and I'll integrate that part of the recovery support role into the conversation. Tell a little bit about the background, Mike, if you can. Take it away. There you go. Take it away, Mike.
So here at Peer Recovery Connection, our fellowship group, we are affiliate with NADAC, and NADAC's mission is to lead, unify, and empower addiction-focused professionals. I love the word or the term or the phrase addiction-focused professionals because everybody don't have to have the same certifications to have the heart or the passion or the calling or whatever you want to phrase it to help people struggling with some type of substance. So I like the addiction focused professional
Right.
phrase. I love that. To achieve excellence through education, advocacy, knowledge, standards of practice, ethics, professional development, and research. So what we do for New Jersey Addiction Professional Association, we are the New Jersey affiliate of this particular organization. And I'm a mission focused type of individual. I know that if we focus on whatever the mission is, we'll be able to tie into what part we play in this particular mission. So that's why I like to show people what NADAC's mission is, because everything that we do as an affiliate of NADAC should resemble something that's in the mission already. I mean, we could get creative and come up with little things, but it should all tie back into what NADAC's mission is. And clearly their mission is to lead, unify, and empower addiction-focused professionals to achieve excellence. So we're talking about us as a unit, as a body, trying to achieve excellence and trying to grow and try to lead our particular individuals that we're using, that we're helping.
Great.
So some of the board members, our board member president now is Ken now. So Ken's the president now. Rosemary and Lisa, and we have a lot of different members that we try to committee members that we're trying to get. So if you want to be like a part of the board of the New Jersey affiliate, we're trying to due to COVID, when we first started, we went into COVID. So we didn't actually get the opportunity to really pick up the momentum, if you will, for the particular New Jersey Addiction Professional Association. So we're still fine-tuning a lot of things, but that has not stopped us from trying to achieve excellence.
Right.
Oh, right.
I was going to say, during that time, thank you, Mike. During that time, we have been hosting monthly virtual peer connections on the virtual, and many of you guys that are part of NADAC and or just our peer recovery support professionals have probably stopped in maybe one of those times throughout the last 18 months or so, right, Mike? It's been about 18 months or so that we've been hosting the peer recovery fellowship meeting virtually on every fourth Saturday. So we want to thank you guys that have stopped by and that have participated in some of our previous presentations and or group discussions. We thank you for that. I want to go back and ask the question. Go back to that slide, Mike, if you will, please. And let's just talk about for a second, what is the role of a peer recovery support person or coach? Before we highlight the ones that are on the slide, anybody have any other attributes or words that you would believe that would describe what we do? If you serve or work as a peer recovery support person, what are some of the things or attributes that you believe creates your role as a peer? Let's get some engagement, guys. Anybody? And you can put it in the comment section as we're going through. I'll highlight some of the things. And as we continue, we'll just, of course, I know that many of us serve as mentors for a lot of our recoveries. I just thought about this, Mike. The language of recovery is forever changing, right? So we no longer say necessarily clients, or we definitely don't use the term addict. So we actually refer to the people that we work with or serve as recoveries, as participants, some, even customers. It depends on, your facility or organization, what the language is for your agency. We don't want to make it seem like what we're saying works across the board, but it does depend on the policies and the mission of your particular agency. So yes, hey James Brown, good to see you, sir. Welcome aboard. Thank you so much. Please give permission to streamline. What's it called?
StreamYard.
StreamYard. I'm still getting new to this. StreamYard, so that your comments, your face, your photos can be included in the show. I appreciate that. So we're talking about the role of the peer. We do know, of course, we serve as an encourager. Everyone needs encouragement. You don't have to be in recovery necessarily to have somebody that's going to walk alongside you to be an encourager. But we do know that we do serve as that. Anybody have anything else? Open-mindedness. A person
Nice. I
that is,
like that.
that's great. Very good, Ruby. Thank you so much. Yes, absolutely. And when she says that, that kind of reminds me about, having multiple pathways of recovery, right? We know that my way may not work for someone else. As a peer, we're not there to necessarily tell them how to recover. We want to find out, what does recovery look like to them, right? And then once we find that out, and if you're in an agency where you create a recovery wellness plan, then you start to walk alongside, encourage, mentor, be a sounding board, and all of those other attributes, motivating, be a guide, have a listening ear. And in the peers perspective, we're going to let them know that, yeah, some of the things that you're going through, I've also been there too. That's what makes us peers, through lived experience.
I also like out of the roles of the peer that's up there. I love the guide and I love the sounding board.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I work with my we call them participants at my agency, that was good that you said that, because every agency, and
Right.
we just spoke about how you should follow the mission of whatever agency you work for.
Yes.
So whatever, that's good that you elaborated
I
on
heard
that.
that from you, Mike, too.
Because when you think about the sounding board, when one day I was sitting in the office with one of my participants, and for 20 minutes I said a few words, but I let him talk so much that when he was done, he said, I really appreciate you letting me let me tell you exactly how I'm seeing this situation. If he was right or wrong, I didn't judge was he right or wrong. I just heard him out. And
Right.
then I started using, strategies like, I could see how you came to that conclusion.
Right.
And I was able to help him. But what made me help him more was being that sounding board
Yeah.
to explain his actual situation. Was his family members who have never done any substance or anything was trying to understand him when they don't even want to come to his family meetings with the recovery center and stuff like that. So he was going through a hard time. So being a sounding board, and I love being a guide.
Yeah.
Being a guide. I have so many of my participants that I do things for, and once they get to a certain place, they be like, Mike, you didn't call to set up the call. I said, oh, no. The first 3 times I did it, I was guiding you, showing you how it gets done. They said, they called me and said, yo, they didn't pick me up today, Mike. I said, oh, no, I'm your guide. I guided you how to call and set it up for 3 weeks. After that, you didn't get to work because you ain't called. So
that's great. That's a great point, Mike. And it is I love it. It is so important that we make sure that we have healthy boundaries, that we do not become enablers for our participants or our recoveries, that we're able to show them the way, right? Show them the way, guide them, give them the information, and let them pick it up and run with it, right? They have to have the onus, they have to have the accountability and the responsibility for their own recovery pathway. It's very, very important to make sure that we teach them, we give them the information, and then we now help them to put it into practice, right?
Yeah.
That brings me to the next slide, Mike, real quick. I think you got something else. Some of the ways that we actually interact. One of the things that's so important, I think, and we've already started in that, Good afternoon or good morning, Lanzetta Jackson. Good to see
Oh,
you.
that's Carlita. That's Miss Lanzetta. That's my friend. She's gonna be one of the
Oh,
moderators.
nice. Hi, welcome. I
We
love
were
you
talking
already
about you.
coming on and saying you want to be a moderator because we need help. That's
We
how
need
it
help.
works. Absolutely.
Yes.
I'm looking for
I just talked you up, Miss Lanzetta. She said, "How you know she's available?" I said, "I'm gonna shoot her the text anyway."
that's it. That's great. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. If she wants to, she can join in live if you want to pull it
Yeah.
to the screen.
If you wanna join in, I can send you the link, Lanzetta.
Yeah,
Just
that
tell
would
me
be
if you want to be on screen.
yeah,
I can send it
yeah.
to you, and you can join us live.
Who's that? Good morning. That said they first I can't see that
This
person.
is Elder Gwen said this is so good, Mickey. So anybody that call me Mickey, right? That's a different
Right.
level.
That's a whole nother right. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, this is great. Listen, I saw a comment that said one of the first certificates that they got was from your organization, from your program, Mike. That's great. You know,
Oh yeah.
both Mike and I have our own organizations as well, but this particular one that we're doing, this peer recovery meeting, is for the NJAPA Association. So we want to make sure that we separate the two, but acknowledge what we do because we do bring some things to the table, right?
Let me invite. I'm gonna send Lanzetta the link to join us.
That's great. Let's see who that is. I was trying to see. There's a couple of comments that I can't see the names, but it just says Facebook user. But yeah, she's in. She's in. Anyway, while he's bringing her on, I just want to put out the context where we're talking about creative ways, um, creative ways of engagement. I gotta spell Emma. Anyway, how do you stay in contact with your recoveries or the people or participants that you're serving? Sometimes, the phone is not working. Everybody
Mm.
that I work with or that I'm serving doesn't necessarily have an active phone. And every now and again, it may go, they may not have any minutes. How do you, we want to talk about that for a minute. How do you keep the lines of communication open? And then we'll move to the second segment of the slide.
That's a good question right there. Elder Gwen taught me I'm taking my time to allow people to type. But anyway, so look,
Right.
how do you stay in contact? Because that's a good question. Because a lot of times, some of the participants we working with have phones that are strictly when they go by minutes. And
Right.
so sometime during the course of the month, they don't have any more minutes
Right.
until it's whatever their cycle is to restart their minutes.
Right.
So what we do at my agency, we're able to take the van. It's always two coaches, and we're able to make house visits. It's called knock and talk.
Knock and talk. I like it.
We knock and we talk. And it's awesome because some agency don't have the reach to be able to do that guideline wise, but
Right.
since we are the Cumberland County, I work for Cumberland County, we have permission from like the prosecutor's office. We have like all the stuff to be able to go to the individuals' houses to check on them if we can't correspond with them through phone or email or something.
And even with that, that brought up a thought in my mind. Sometimes, depending on how long you're actually working with your participants or recoveries, sometimes there may be even a time of concern. And when that becomes an issue, we do what we call a wellness check, right? And sometimes that can involve the authorities, depending on, the real, the severity of the concern. And when we involve the authorities, that means that, yeah, the police is coming because we're concerned with that person well-being, their welfare, their life, with making sure that they are still good, that they have not, for some or for many, we are making sure that they have not relapsed or overdosed. It's important that we have all of those things in our consent forms with our agencies, that we have the permission, right, to be able to do the knock and talk. We have permission to be able to bring in even maybe some other family members, right? To even contact them. There's like a checklist that we go down to make sure that that person that we're working with is okay.
Yeah.
I see a couple of
It
responses.
says knock and talk and wellness check. That's awesome. That came from Miss Linda Clark.
Okay, very good. Yeah, yeah, she's a nurse too, and she's great, she's
Nice.
phenomenal in what she does over there in Essex County. I serve and work in the Essex County area for the Cope Center over there, and so that's a lot of ground. However, you know, again, depending on your agency or organization's mission and focus population,
That's right.
will tell you, you know, what how far, what's your bandwidth like to be able to outreach to different people. We don't necessarily do outreach in the community. Ours is a little bit more unique in what we do at Cope's Integrative Coast Center, which is a division of Oaks Integrative Care. We actually do in-house. So all of the clients that come into our program, we now provide them immediately with recovery support. So they do the admissions, they come in, they have their assessments, all that, and immediately they are linked to recovery support because we serve as a bridge between the client and the program. Because you know, in the beginning, it can be a little bit hard, right?
Yeah.
Minutes
Yeah.
later, and Lord, you waiting for a
Yeah.
counselor to set up to you, and that's a very critical moment. So we want to make sure that we do that in the beginning. Everyone has, every company or agency or organization has a different mission,
Yep.
how they have that component of the recovery support, and how you link them up to your clients. What's your agency like, Mike, in reference to, you know, where do they meet up with the peer person?
We have a capital recovery center. So we have my or company, Cumberland County Human Services has a clinical building and they had a recovery center. So the recovery workers and the peers go to that center. And all the people, and you can actually be a part of the clinical side and the recovery side.
That comes
Actually,
with your dual hat, right?
yeah, because
too, right?
we now thank you. We now have the recovery center implemented in the clinical's treatment plans, the client's treatment plans. So a part of their treatment is connected to the Capital Recovery Center, which is makes it one unit.
That's great.
So, yeah.
Great. That's a very unique role that you play, Mike. So hats off to you. You know, you really have to have some maturity in your experience, right? With both having a clinical background and also that lived experience. So that's a double blessing for anybody that's getting him or any of his staff as a peer recovery support person or mechanism in his agency. I see someone
that's Ruby Clark's. Go ahead, you can read it.
Okay, we are open 5 days a week, and they have numbers that we can reach out to. And most times, if I can't reach them, they will. Oh, if they can't reach them, they'll reach out to you. And yes, we do get consent. Great, very good.
Yeah.
To reach out the family. That's so important. You know, in this type of work, you know, to be able to have, first of all, for someone to have support from their family is like a blessing. Yes, I will. Who's that? Okay, I think I'm trying to read the other.
Go ahead. There you go.
Where's Lanzetta? Because she's the moderator now. We putting her right to work.
She says she's logging on her laptop. She texts me.
We need her to read the comments and then
yeah.
But yeah, you know, I was gonna say that it's so important because, you know, a lot of times if anyone has been for any long-term active addiction, like you start to burn bridges. Right? You start to burn bridges, and then unfortunately a lot of people's family members, friends that they maybe once have had, maybe they start to fall off to the wayside. And now this is where the peer come in, and maybe some reconciliation of family can be restored, possibly. Not saying that it's guaranteed.
It's possible.
So people in active, we cause a lot of damage.
Yes.
So yeah, that's great.
And one of the one of the things we have at Capital Recovery Center is we always say, "Welcome to your living room. Welcome to our living room," because we understand that during the course of addiction, because I know personally that you could destroy so many ties with family, loved ones, or friends, anything. So when we say welcome to our living room, we're trying to make them feel home. Like, I want you to feel like you are a part of, this is a part of your family. So it's important, like you were saying, that everybody don't have that connection still with it. Some can be repaired and some possibly probably never be restored. So it's good to have that family dynamic. And it goes back into what you were saying about how the role of the peer recovery worker, is to try to help mend those type of situations, and also being honest and letting the peer know or the participant know that it's possible that those relationships might not all be restored. Like being honest with them because some of them think, I got 2 years clean. Everybody roll this red carpet out. ain't no red carpet coming out.
It don't work like that.
Absolutely. Nah, they seen 2 years before. You gonna have to get to 5 and 10 before they even think about it.
Exactly. And that's because, this is not, when we're talking about substance use disorders, and even, for some of us that work in agencies that deal with a co-occurring situations or co-occurring clients where they have the substance use disorder and they have a mental illness as well. It's really, really important that we're able to be honest with them, that we're dealing with reality, we're dealing with what is actually happening in their lives, not try to I guess co-sign it or even, make it look like it's better than it is. We have to deal directly with what's going on. And part of it is a mindfulness type of techniques, like take an assessment of what is going on, who's involved, where are you right now in the process? Like you have to be, really dealing with realization for some of the clients and recoveries that we're working with, because for so many years in active addiction, there was almost like this delusion, you know what I mean? You're living it in this illusion type of lifestyle and thinking that, some things are happening and they're really, really not.
Hey, if you have anybody who's on and you have any recovery support meetings in your area, put it in the comment section, because this is one of the things that we look forward to doing it on this platform, is because this video will always be up. You know what I mean? So people can always view it later and see the comments. So if you got any type of recovery support meetings and stuff in your area, just leave them all in the comment section and they'll be on there for whenever somebody view it later and they go through the comments, they'll have it.
So let's make sure that we understand the content that he's asking you to post. So recovery support meetings, are you talking about specifically? Break it down, Mike. When you say peer recovery support meetings or workshops versus maybe a 12-step? We're not.
Yeah.
So which one are you talking about? That's what
any meeting that somebody probably can get as a peer worker.
As a peer worker. For
us. Yeah. That like we can go to help edify ourselves as peer workers. Right. So I know we have you. That's good. That's good. That is so good. I'm whatever. But that's good. Listen, we one team. That's good. That's good. I like it. But look, so anybody that has stuff that can help us grow as peer workers. If you see some type of trainings they got coming up in your area, put it on our page or put it in the comments section, because we might can attend those trainings, because I'm a person just like you should be, a person that always wants to grow. I don't want to just get to a place where say, oh, I arrived, that's it. So if you have any support meetings that or any type of trainings, any type of things that peer workers can go to, recovery workers can go to.
That's great. That's great. That is so important. I know that, and I'll give a shout out to NJPN, a couple of organizations that come to mind: Mainstream Recovery, the ORT program, all these different programs that have different trainings, Tier 1 recovery, in that area. Mike, you South Jersey, I'm up north, so I'm a shout out some of the ones.
We got a lot of I'm gonna actually put the NADAC website in there too, because
do that.
I put it in the comment section so
now,
y'all can go there and get any type of training that y'all need, because I do all my training on there.
Yes, and one of the things that's important with NADAC is that when you have membership, what I love, they too have constant training webinars that you can get your CEUs for.
Yeah.
When it comes time to renew your certification. And again, NADAC is for nationally certified. It's not just not because you're better than or anything like that, but it is for national. So that means primarily I can go to any state and use my certification.
I know that's right.
So if I was to move to PA, if I was to move to Maryland, if I was to move to Georgia, I could take my certification and still will be qualified, right? Thank you. We still will be qualified to be able to do the peer recovery support work.
Which is very important, because a lot of times Lanzetta put a program, All Roads Recovery Center in Pleasantville.
Yes.
Elder Gwen says, what do you recommend to those of us who are called to recovery, love, and are not in your state or involved in your program? That's what we were just talking about, Elder Gwen, about the national certification.
Right.
The website, I'll send it to you, but the website, I put the link in there, the national certification. NADAC is state to state. Like it's not just New Jersey. Although we're in New Jersey, the national certification helps people who want to help people in recovery become national certified recovery coaches.
Right.
Like that's my goal, because I got to take my test, but that's my goal.
Come on, Mike. Yeah, you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. And
so Elder Gwen, I'm gonna send you the link where you can get the all the things that they have for people who want to be like national certified recovery coaches.
Right. And Mike is a certified addiction counselor, drug and alcohol counselor. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Came, a little while back, but yes, so he again serves a dual purpose, and I am very, very proud of my brother. Ruby has an organization, Ruby's Vision, that's in Patterson, New Jersey. It serves as Source Center, 305 Broadway in Patterson. The information is there. Also, anyone that's involved or that's online with us can also check out her organization as well for trainings and things of that nature for peer recovery support persons.
Yeah,
there's a difference. We're making sure that the information that we are putting up is for peer recovery support persons.
Yeah.
So, we'll let the other agencies and organizations for the other trainings and stuff like that, and education for CEUs and stuff that does that. But this is for what we are bringing to the table, and the things that we're trying to highlight is for us, by us, right? That's important. For us, by us. We want to make sure that we do that. Hi, Lanzetta. Good. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. I was a little off, Kate. I had to go to my dear friend Harry Henley's viewing, so I'm a little off. I was a little off this morning, but I'm here now.
Yeah, that's okay.
Thank you for inviting me. I really appreciate this, Mike. Anytime you call me, if I could show up, I'm gonna show up.
Absolutely, she's definitely that type of people.
Yeah, that's the type of people that I like to surround myself with. That are in support of what I do, and I'm in support of what you do.
Yeah.
And we do it as a collaboration. So thank you so much, Lanzetta. We don't put her on the spot. She's going to moderate. She's going to help us with reading some of these comments.
Yeah.
You guys are coming in, and you are definitely engaged. We are actually excited about that. Mike, let's see what the next slide says. Let's go. So we were talking about, this came up so much for me in my work as well. But and you guys, I'm sure, how do you handle clients who attend 12-step meetings or that want to attend, 12-step meetings that are actually on MATs?
Woo, that's a tough one.
No,
No. That goes to the audience.
Oh, okay.
That goes to the audience.
That's easy.
Yeah, so that is a good question, and it comes up a lot because of what I know down in Cumberland County. A lot of people be having problems with that because of the MAT.
Mike, define MAT. What does that acronym stand for? So for some people, they may be new to the peer world. So
medical assisted treatment.
Yeah.
Right.
So when they are getting Suboxone, methadone, or something like that, any other type of assistance, 12 steps really deals with like abstinence.
Right.
So it's like, no, you cheating or your recovery is not real. So at our agency, right, until we get some questions or answers in the comment section, in our agency, we have the questions, what does recovery mean to you?
Right.
So, and the reason why we came to that conclusion partially is because everybody defines their recovery different.
Correct.
And although the way because it comes up a lot, because a lot of people are on MAT, so it comes up really a great deal. Yeah. And for the most part, I just ask individuals how we talk about multiple pathways of recovery.
Right.
And in my own personal walk, before I got to where I am, where I stood on my spiritual foundation, right? I didn't just jump there, right? I tell people all the time, I did not just go there, and I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm talking about Michael.
Right.
I went on MAT, which was Suboxone.
Right.
I used the MAT for whatever period of time, and I stopped using the MAT. And I was doing my 12-step program and everything, and then I landed on my spiritual foundation. So when I talk about multiple pathways of recovery, I literally use multiple pathways to get to this destination.
I love it. It's so important to really buy into that concept and this type of work. Because we don't want to deter anyone or discourage them from whatever medications that allows them to function. I don't have to condone what you do. I have to walk you through what you do.
Right.
Let me say that again. I don't have to condone what you do. I have to walk you through what you do. That's my responsibility as a peer recovery support person. I'm not there to tell you what to use, how to do it, right? However, it is my responsibility to walk you through what recovery looks like to you. Of course, we're not going to go with things that are so far off that, it doesn't have any elements of a newness or a transformation or a different perspective on your life, improving the quality of your life. But we don't want to make people feel that we're working with and serving that if they are on an MAT, that pathway does not count.
It's voided out.
Right,
yeah.
Right. It's one of the ways that I actually work with any of my recoveries that are on MATs that do want to attend 12-step meetings. There's a portion in the 12-step meetings that is the first portion, the burning desire, and then in the beginning, usually they have it either in the beginning or the end. In that portion of the meeting, anyone can share, right? Anyone can share. So let's make that clear first. Anyone can share because it tells us in the recovery, and I am also a woman in long-term recovery, right? It tells us that the burning desire portion is not the meeting. It's not the meeting. So It's not the open discussion. It is a portion of the meeting that allows anyone that is attending to actually have a moment to share. And then the other thing that I wanted to bring was the fact that, I've actually logged on to a number of meetings, right, with clients that would like to, or recoveries that would like to be able to hear the message of recovery, right? And then we watch and listen together, right? Because this has been being done virtually.
Yeah.
Most of the meetings are still virtual, and they actually comment to me, in the inbox on the meeting. There's the chat box. They
Yeah.
actually comment to me and maybe ask a question to me directly, because a lot of times you can message in the chat to the person, any person, just that individual. You don't have to open up to the and say everyone, whatever your response is. And so I've tried to find creative ways for them to be engaged in the meeting.
Yeah.
That question about the topic that's being shared on, they would message me. So I actually log on to the virtual 12-step meeting with my recoveries, and they have questions, or they want to say something about what somebody is sharing. They actually message me. That way they're not breaking any traditions, right? They're
Yeah.
not imposing. I don't necessarily want to use that word, but for lack of a better word, they're not necessarily imposing on the group as a whole and then going against the tradition of
Yeah.
of the fellowship.
So
So
when they contact you outside of it, that helps in that area.
yes. And then
That's
sometimes
good.
afterwards we may have a quick phone conversation about the meeting and how they felt about it. So it's, you make it work for the person. That's part of our job, to find ways to make it work for them.
So what you was gonna say, Lanzetta? You said y'all deal with the MAT and 12-step thing too.
Oh, we're connected to JDRC. So
That's John Brooks.
You got to give the acronym. You got to break it down.
John Brooks.
John Brooks Recovery Center
There you
in
go.
Westfield. We're affiliated. We're their community center on the outside. We navigate people into sober living. We help them get into treatment. We help them get like food stamps, GA. Some people need IDs. But when they come in, and the ones that I'm their recovery coach, I always say to them, like, some things, when you go to these 12-step meetings, you don't have to put all your business out there.
Right.
Like, you're supposed to be there to hear the message.
That's good.
That's good.
Because I'm still a member of the 12-step groups, and
Right.
sometimes people are biased about people being on MATs. But I always tell them it doesn't matter how you get there, as long as you get there.
Right. That's right.
Don't make it a permanent situation, but work on yourself in the process. I always invite them to, like, celebrate recovery.
Right. Good.
Recovery. NAAAGA. I said, I don't care which one it is, as long
Give
as
me an A.
just as long as you get there.
Just arrive.
Right. And don't use, because you talked about a part in the meeting. I know in the third step, in the third tradition, it says the only desire for membership is the desire
to stop using.
That's right. Exactly.
You don't have to discuss if you have a recovery coach or a sponsor.
Right.
You discuss your personal business with your recovery coach or your sponsor, and anything else that you share on the floor is just what you share. But
Exactly.
you don't have to tell everybody your business.
Right.
Hey, I never thought about this, and Miss Lanzetta, when you said it, I never thought about telling my participants this, what you had said about when they share about the
meeting and how they felt about it. So it's, you make it work for the person. Hey, what happened?
Okay. Must have opened up on there. But what I meant to say, what I was saying was, it's okay. Let me see.
I'm here.
Okay. Oh, what I was trying to say was, what you had mentioned. I said, wow, that's pretty good, because I never told them that they don't have to share that part of their story.
Right.
I never actually told none of my participants. I said, Dag, they tell me about the situation and the dilemma that they have with the 12 steps in the MAT and all that. But I never told them, you won't have to share that part, right?
Right.
You can share everything but that. It's not required. It's not a requirement for you to say, I'm on,
It's just like there's not a requirement for you to tell people when you sharing what your job is, what your title is,
exactly,
how much money you make. And, I get it. We don't want to, kind of like steer them to, almost in a shameful way, don't talk about that, because we want to make sure that we're dealing with it from a place of love and wisdom, right? we want to make sure that they know. And that brings to mind, there's open meetings, and being that we're on the types of meetings, there's open meetings and there's closed meetings. There's only two types of meetings. There's open meetings and closed meetings. The open meetings, anybody can come. It can be my mother, it can be my father, it can be my aunt, it can be someone that's actively using. And so you got to use wisdom when we're dealing with, our participants in recovery. So we want to teach as well as be a good example to them when it comes to, the guidelines and the traditions, the desire to stop using. And so, yes, we have to make sure that they're looking at it from a perspective of having a desire to stop.
Yeah.
And we do that by different ways through even harm reduction, right? So let's go on.
Hey, so one of the let me see something.
Lanzetta has to turn her mic off when she's not speaking.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, we're here.
Yeah.
We can go past that.
So, I wanna go into before, and we kind of we took that was a really good engaged dialogue. I like the feedback, and
Yeah.
Lanzetta came in and she hopped right on board. I thank her for that as well. And so I want to transition for a second into being a peer. And we know that it's a lot of work. There's a lot of some days it's back to back with different things that we're pouring out to our recoveries, to our participants. And so, this is just something simple that I found, we're busy people doing great things, and that's just the truth, so we have to find out for ourselves. And I just put it there just for a mindfulness moment. Like, what do you do for your self-care? What are you doing? Where do you find relief? Where do you find things that's going to help you to maintain your serenity, your sobriety, your mindset of peace and calm and things of that nature? Anybody can jump in and just, type in the comment section. Like, what are some of the things that you do? I do a number of things. I do, and it's not one formulated, regimented type of thing. I do whatever is necessary in order for me to, practice self-care. When it comes to mine, I have some things that I do regularly through the week, but sometimes I may add something intentionally, and some things may be impromptu in the moment. So, Mike, you or Lanzetta can, share about some of the things that you guys do.
All right, I go. Let's see. Some of the things I do. Exercise is one of my favorites. Just every different days, I don't have a particular time. I'm able to. I got anytime fitness because I got a gym in my house, so I can go to the gym during the day. I can go during the evening. I can go wherever. But that's just some of the things I do for self-care, and I also like to meditate and read.
Right.
I read obviously all types of different books I like to read, all something that's edifying or able to educate me or help me grow. So I take time to just relax. We have in our house a room where it's nothing but pictures, flowers, no phones. It's not a clock in there, no TV in there. It's just a bay window with flowers and pictures and couches. When you sit in there, some days I just sit in there and just meditate. When I say meditate, Carlita did an excellent training one day. We meditate doesn't mean that you always got to be like, right? She did a training on that, but I do meditation where I might just be sitting there and looking at the flowers and just, looking at the beauty of these particular flowers. But those are two or a few things that I do for self-care.
Great. Lanzetta?
Yes. When I get off work, the first thing I do is come home. I don't turn the TV on. I turn my company cell phone off. I turn my cell phone off, and I just sit in silence and clear my mind. Then we go and pick up our puppy. Oh yeah, Mike, we got a puppy now.
Oh, nice.
And it's a pleasure having him. So we have to take him for walks, and he really likes to walk. I make meetings. I listen to meditation music. I read my word. Me and my husband, we have a dialogue to help each other bounce some things off to help us, calm our spirit from the rush of the day of working, make
Good.
doctor's appointments, take care of my health, try to eat right, and just try to be the best me I can be so I can be of service of someone else. Because I heard someone say you can't do recovery all day. And I said, well, I don't do recovery all day. My job is to service the members that come in the door so it can help me earn a paycheck to sustain my lifestyle. That's how
Right.
I look at it. So yeah. And if I'm not in my right mind at the end of the day, I have to go sit by some water and pull it
That's
in.
good. Thank you, Lanzetta. There's definitely different types of meditation.
Yeah.
Have visual meditation. We have um, mindfulness meditation, where you're actually, again, really just taking a time to be still, and take account of where you are, what's happening around you. That can be anywhere from 5 minutes, a minute to 5 minutes, just to kind of breathe, right? To press the pause button. When we're looking at uh, visual oriented meditation. Sometimes I think it was you and both Mike just talked about the pictures in the room, the setting. For him, that's a place of calm, the pleasantries of that space. You talked about water, which is really, really good. Actually doing, another comment is actually doing the meditation where you actually a guided meditation where you're actually going through something that can be applicable, that is like on your Calm. I always talk about this particular phone app, the Calm app.
Calm at.
Yes, it's wonderful. It allows you to, hear the rainforest, different types of water or sounds of nature and things of that nature, right? And then sometimes in that particular phone application, it will help you to do check-ins throughout the day. I utilize this one. They need to give me some money for real, because I utilize it like that. I have it intentional. I'm very intentional about the things that I want to take a measurement of. Like, are you grateful? Where are you? What's your gratitude? It'll give me, what are you grateful for? And then it'll say, take a moment to breathe. It says different things, aspirations or affirmations throughout the day. So I think that's really, really great. I saw a comment, Lanzetta, that said for this,
Ruby.
that's Ruby. Okay. It says this today is just for me, but must get better with self-care. I know what it is, and now I have to get to it.
Yeah.
Thank you for that comment, Ruby. People,
Very important.
yeah, people that do this type of work, or just in the social service type of or healthcare field,
Yeah.
we need to make sure that we are practicing self-care. So sometimes that's going to look very, very different for each of us as individuals. And then other times we can be intentional and come together, because this is part of our self-care.
Yeah.
This platform is part of our self-care. We have other people that are doing the work similarly, that are online, that are joining into the conversations. And now, what do we have, Carlita? I'm glad you asked. We have a team. We have a team that is saying, I'm here for you. You're here for me. And when in our engagement through this dialogue, we can grab hold of some of the ideas. We can grab hold of someone else's strength. Maybe today I'm just using it as an example. Maybe today one of the peers is not feeling all that great, but
Mm-hmm.
this serves as a platform, a method, a tool, right? to be able to rebuild, to edify. Come on, Mike, to rebuild, edify, and to allow you to know that you are not alone in this. One thing I want to end with, we got about 2 minutes and I'm going to let Mike close, is that, you know, we cannot pour from an empty cup. So the woes of life, all of the adversities, because trust me, I go through it, right?
Yeah, true.
End of the day, I'm gonna plug in. What do you do to plug in? That's what I want to leave you guys with. What do you do to plug in? Or what is your anchor?
Yeah.
What is your anchor that allows you to be refueled and fan the flame so that you can get up and do the same things tomorrow?
That's right. Good stuff. We good, man. So again, we would like to thank y'all for tuning in to our peer recovery connection group. And again, we all throughout the week, you're going to see us popping up and doing different things. Anything that we can use to help edify us or help keep us connected as peer recovery workers. And also when we do like little questions in there, just comment on them. Keep everything engaged. And we asking questions. Remember, it's not about us just pouring something in you. We need you to pour something in us. So we are one connection. We all connected together. So whenever y'all have things that y'all want to share in there, and Miss Lanzetta, she's going to be moderating and she's going to be watching y'all, because sometimes we might miss something, and that's why we always one body, somebody else can catch and say, yo, did you see this person that wanted to sign up for NADAC, wanted to do this and all that? So just tune in and check the page, stay on the page, stay engaged. We appreciate y'all. Let's get these comments over here. Prayer is working, but we'll do more. Comments. She says, thank you all. We appreciate y'all. Thank you, Miss Ruby, and everybody that tuned in, Elder Gwen. Everybody that was on here today. We appreciate y'all. And we'll be on here again throughout the week. Remember, we're going to have, you might see us pop up with a live. Every time we pop up with a live, we're going to tag y'all at everyone. And that lets everybody who's a part of the page know that we are live.
And make sure that you put on your notifications. That's important.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
Guys,
have a wonderful day. Enjoy your weekend.
You too. Have a
good day. Lanzetta and Carlita, y'all can stay on.
Okay.